Nowadays, everyone has a smartphone, and people go from asking Google to asking AI, even using threads. Whenever humans think of any question, they hope for an immediate, straightforward answer. The internet is filled with content claiming to instantly fix all sorts of problems, from physical pain, failed egg frying, incorrect running form, to unengaging speech, all promising to solve netizens' issues in a few minutes. In developing skills, habits, and even worldviews, humans are gradually forgetting the importance of practice. Modern people are eager to achieve quick results, which is well known and doesn't need much explanation. However, those capable of judging the instantly fixed approach might also be those who yearn for it. Because if there truly were a fast way to clear a path that would otherwise require breaking through mountains and stones, leading directly to the end point, it will save time and be extremely convenient, with a very low cost which is incredibly appealing. This is mostly people's imagination. There are few things in the world that offer such high returns with little effort. Let's look at two scenarios. Video websites and social platforms are filled with videos teaching football, and one popular topic is instantly solving the first touch problem. This video explains the principles of stopping a ball from the air or on the ground, list common mistakes, provide proper ball controlling techniques, and even suggest how to practice. Most of them are well explained, and young players struggle with this issue should benefit. However, watching the video itself doesn't solve the problem of improper ball control. Even if you thoroughly understand the principles and techniques, without enough practice, your ball skills will remain poor, and you still won't attain good first touch. Videos can only correct misconceptions and enhance awareness, but ball skills need to be honed through practice. There are also videos teaching singing, including how to expand vocal range, increase vocal power, and control vocal cords properly. They explain the techniques well. The teacher's singing is melodious, making it seem like following the instructions will give you the same voice. Listening to someone sing won't make you sing like them. Listening to someone teach singing won't make you an instant singer. Whether the video's title is clickbait or not, responsible singing teachers always urge practice. Otherwise, you won't be able to feel the changes in your body through breathing, vocalization, and resonance, and thus can't assess whether you've mastered the technique. Teachers also instruct students to record and listen to their own singing. Otherwise, they can't critically evaluate their performance from a listener's perspective and honestly face their weaknesses. Both sports and singing are skills that require practice to improve. Modern people also neglect the practice of character development, which can be called a level of sophistication in being a person. How to be a good person is certainly influenced by concepts, such as how to view relationships, interests, and what is valuable. Practicing what you believe in and improving yourself through action also has a strong effect. For example, everyone knows that being serious is a virtue, as long as it's not to the point of obsession, forcing others to follow. Most people want to work with or associate with serious people. However, seriousness is not something that can be achieved overnight with just a concept. Someone who is usually silly won't suddenly change their attitude just by looking up to others who are serious and become meticulous the next day. Serious people work hard on every task and contemplate both the big picture and details. They prepare in advance and fix any possible leaks. They experience what seriousness means while working, and this process is practice. On the other hand, people who say they want to be serious but are still drinking cold beverage and scrolling on their phones, then say, "I want to be serious but I just can't," are not practicing. The instantly fixed approach to solving problems is also evident in various life issues. Nowadays, asking threats when in doubt has become a trend. It's fine to ask the online community for information, such as whether a restaurant has hidden fees or when a tourist spot is in its peak season. Unfortunately, many people now ask questions like, how can an introvert fit into other circles? Should I break up with my partner if our feelings have faded? Should I switch careers after struggling in the workforce for a long time? And usually without providing any background, throwing out fragmented questions and hoping for a magic solution. They expect a few simple pointers to open a shortcut, solving the problems easily, and the sky goes clear again. Netizens are also generous with their advice, actively commenting. the original poster seems to be gathering wisdom, generously giving hugs and collecting various opinions without context. What then? After hearing countless answers, they ignore the most basic thing in solving life's problems: establishing a good life order, including balanced diet, sufficient sleep, moderate exercise, continuous learning, and reflecting on thoughts as well as actions. These are all about building a 9-story tower from a pile of soil, achieved through gradual effort, which can be considered daily practice. Even without actively practicing, people can easily develop some habits, which can be called passive practice. Many people do the same boring job day after day, and after work, they just want to empty their minds. They indulge their senses without purpose, doing meaningless things. Over time, they can dull their senses to everything, making them feel that everything is mundane, and thus becoming indifferent to people and life. They are practicing a dull sense of awareness. This process might take a year, 2 years, or even 20 years, and suddenly they realize they've entered another stage of life, stuck in a developmental bottleneck. This is how the so-called midlife crisis often forms. Tech investor Ko Chung Kin said that if you hold Hong Kong dollars, even if you don't make any investment, in common language, you are just fully investing in Hong Kong dollars. Applying this to practice, not practicing means getting used to a certain state. One ends up unintentionally cultivating a certain mode, which becomes extremely solid until the person feels the need to change, but by then, it might have become a chronic problem. The most frightening thing is learned helplessness, where someone feels unable to change their situation for so long that even when there are opportunities to change, they remain hopeless and don't lift a finger. Nowadays, certain parks can't be visited on certain days, and doing ordinary things in certain areas can get you taxpayer-funded escorts to live. Red lines replace lifelines, and restricted areas are close at hand. The grandly proclaimed fulfilling civic duties doesn't seem to increase citizens' power to influence society. Day by day, people can indeed learn helplessness, losing faith in their ability to change anything, even becoming cynical, mocking others, and believing that any effort will be in vain. This hopeless life is what some people eagerly want to create. Practice is needed at every level, even in the daily, most accessible aspects. If you don't practice, countless others will try to shape you into what they want. Practice takes years and can't be achieved with just one opinion, a simple online answer, or an instant fix. If you have any idea or like this video, please comment, like, subscribe and share. I'll be grateful if you become a member on Patreon, making us go even further. See you on the next video.